into the party. Sorry about that. Hopefully everybody's here, or hopefully everybody can hear me, rather. Holy cow. Kat says, hello, Dash. Happy hump day. Neil says, hello, my friends. How are we tonight? Jimmy said, what's up? Little Tony Soprano. He says, what's happening? Quentin says, hey, yo, on time again. I know. It's 2 weeks in a row Quentin's been on time, and 1 week in a row I haven't been on time. So I do apologize. Tony said, I'm starving. What are we eating? Yeah, I actually went to a place called Wingstop and got some boneless wings and some bone-in wings, but they were busy as heck. I should have been back home by now, but that didn't work out. Hojo says, evening chat. Quentin says, oh, thank you. Oh,
That's the one you like, the bonus.
Yeah, thank you. Can I just pour some of these fries?
That's all for you.
Oh.
I have some from the other container.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Sure.
Can I have a fork, please?
Oh.
Quentin said he made tacos from the Tri-Tip he smoked Sunday. He said it was perfect. Nice. Mr. Tri-Tip himself. Grumpus says, hey, everybody. Howdy, Grumpus? Quentin says. Boy, I am behind. Tell him wake up, Dash. No, I wasn't asleep. I actually posted on the community page, but you guys were all in here, and you didn't see. But I said that I was going to be a couple minutes late. I think Quentin said Dash forgot to charge his phone, and he's taking forever to boot up. Should have brought an iPhone. Nope. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sweet. So, I do apologize for eating, but this is for instance, where Dash is charging the ID4 to get home. Should have bought a Tesla for the infrastructure. No, sir. No, sir. Free charging? Free charging over infrastructure any day. Kent says there's somebody or something more dependent on like a V8 Chevy truck. No way. I'm not a bow tie boy at all. If I did get a V8 Chevy, it would have to be a Duramax LBZ. But the LBZ with the Allison, that'd be probably about it. Grumpus says, hey Dash, you only need 80%. I'm aware. Vicky said, howdy y'all. So we're all waiting for Dash. Typical, yeah. Dash be taking a big old, yep, nope. He was prepping for his catering gig. That's exactly what happened. So this Saturday I have an event. It's like a 350, 400 person event. And I was out getting things for the event. When I got back home a little after 8 o'clock. And I'm like, what are we going to eat? So my wife and I figured out we were going to eat Wingstop. I tried to hurry up and get Wingstop. Didn't work out. Anyway, what's wrong?
I can't sit over here.
You can move Bastion's bag and you can sit there. I'll move it. Hold on.
No, babe. I'll just go sit in the other room. It's cool.
Smoking Joe never makes me wait. Smoking Joe isn't cool either. At all. Thanks, Clinton. I got your message. Alex Byler says, hi, y'all. Jumper says, Quentin says, howdy. Oh, that's probably when I got on. Tom says, while everybody's waiting, we should redecorate the place. give it some color. Some nice curtains, maybe. No, I like the decor the way that it is. What up? Sheldon Short. I thought you were saying, so he said E like EVE. I call the ID4 EVIE. So I'm like, oh, car's fine. But he meant, how's everything? He arrives with wings. You are excused for being tardy. Thanks. Kent says, Dash, welcome to your show. Thanks. Jack says, so what's up, Dashing Group? How you doing? Victor, so Dash, do you feel tardy? I do. I do. I really don't like being late. That is, I'll say a pet peeve of mine. But I don't like being late. If I'm not early, I'm late. Uncle Steve says, "Am I late?" No, I was late, Uncle Steve. So, it was all me this time. I was ordering. I went not ordering, but I went and got wings and fries for dinner, and I got here late. And I really do despise being late. I hate being late. I pride myself on being on time. Anyway, so now that I'm just sitting down to eat, I don't even have a drink prepared. I I'm still waiting for my guy with some moonshine, but I'm looking at the area. I have some Jameson. I have Blanton's. Actually, I want to say I'll take you guys with me, but how about I just read what I have? So I have. This is match. Mitchers. Mitchers. That stuff's pretty good. I have Uncle Nearest. There's some vodka. There's tequila. Not doing tequila. And then there's this. Leyenda. Leyenda. So, one of the guys that came into the range. One second. What is that one? Hold on one second, Joe. What is it?
Cajun.
Cajun. All right, so taste tester. Let's see. Hold on. Didn't. There we go. Taste tester number one brought wings from his place of employment. Can you make sure you take care of the kitty litter, please? Thank you. All right, I'll try one of these too. But I still have to get my drink. So, oh, I need a knife. That's what I stood up for. And I have to figure out what I'm going to drink. Anybody have? Put some Gator Shake on the wings. Thanks. They're already flavored. Oh, Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve, I have a simple request for some smoke bomb. I got below the red line, and I hadn't seen you on the live stream in a couple weeks to be able to say, please send something my way. All right, so I'm gonna eat a little bit, then we can figure out what I'm gonna drink, because, you know. Hojo says good evening. So these are what are these things called? Oh, I can't remember what kind of wings is that. No, the flavor. Oh, Korean something. I don't remember. Anyway, so I don't think Gator Shake would go well on it, but I have put Gator Shake on lots of different things, and I do put Gator Shake on lots of different things. Actually, I made some wings last week, and I put some Gator Shake on them. I actually kind of air fry them on the Traeger. They're pretty good. Little Tony Sopranos just never heard of those brands. Oh man, what is it?
I don't know.
You just said you wanted 5 or so.
Yeah, can I
Just
have
check with mommy and see what. Uncle Steve's a shame I'll call a guy. Yeah. Jamie! She says, hey, yo, it's Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. Checking in from my spot. What up? And I'm yelling. So I'm looking out in the McNack Dickinson household. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. And I'll punch Marcus because he's like right there in the front. I want to say thank you to Jamie and Marcus. They hooked me up with a care package. I got a sticker from Casino El Camino. If you're ever in Austin, go to Casino El Camino. Tell Frap Dash Dad what's up. I got some Fireball whiskey tops. I mean, I'll have to talk about that, Marcus. Figure out where that came from. And then he also sent me some coarse black pepper. So my pepper jar is gonna get refilled. Well, pepper shaker gonna get refilled. Wait, liquor at the firing range. Interesting. Oh, so sorry. Celery. What's up? All right, so my coworkers at the range last week, they giving me grief because I was giving them grief, or you guys were giving them grief about being at the range and being on the live stream. So by the time they were on the live stream, they were sitting in the office running reports and doing, end of day stuff. So that's why they were able to get on the live stream. The Wingstop with smiles better than the Pizza Hut. Sorry. Well, oh man, Neil says he's getting a lot of snow. Angela, hola, aloha. How are your hands washed again? They are, yeah. First thing I do when I walk in the house is wash my hands, every single time. Sorry, celery stuck in my tooth. Sorry, I wouldn't have been able to sit here and talk to you with celery stuck in my tooth. And here, will not be able to do it. Oh, Angela, that invite you sent me, it was only good for you. It when I went in there to look at it, it said it had already been claimed or something like that. So I couldn't do anything with it, couldn't see anything about it. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Now that I've caught up to the chat, any no suggestions, but any requests for the, for what I'm gonna drink? I have to drink a little bit of energy drink first, or I'll be yawning. And it's boneless wings. Kevin, hopefully. Listen, I don't count my chickens until they hatch, man. We have one more game this weekend, and then one more game in 2 weeks. We gotta get past this game this weekend. Dragon's Breath, Mountain Dew, and Fireball. I don't actually have any Fireball here. I drink Fireball sparingly. I'm not a big cinnamon fan, but it's one of those things. If someone else is buying a shop, or if I'm at someone's house and they have it, that's pretty much it. I don't drink Fireball voluntarily any longer. It's cinnamon. Ugh. Sean, how you doing this evening? Hopefully all is well. Sean, I kind of was hoping to see some more videos from you. Have I been missing them, or have they just not been going up? Wait, Jamie says celery. Come on, I can't see the whole comment. Let's take water but make it hairy. Got a point. Thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate that. I was kind of like, whoa, how did this come? Where did this come about? Espresso martini, but inside of vodka use tequila. Instead of vodka, use tequila. So I don't drink tequila very often either. Typical. I had a bad experience. Angela said she used to love Goldschlager. The gold flakes. Oh wait. I'm sorry, I missed the first sentence because I was reading and then I started reading out loud. Angela says she loves Fireball. Used to love Goldschlager. The gold flakes made her feel rich in college. I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Running a bit of a science experiment, and it's. I just checked my data. Yeah. What the heck? Quite know what's going on there. Anyway, let's. I'm trying to open up the live stream so I can make sure that it's working properly. So, bear with me one moment. All right, and we are live with the live. Come on, you can do it. All right. Okay, perfect. Do you have any top secret documents you need to return? Sorry, I couldn't help myself, but really, do you? No, actually. Um, it's funny. I do hold a clearance. I did at one point have a top secret clearance. But no, I do not have any top secret documents. Sean's been teaching at junior college, so I haven't had much time. I'm gonna try to get something up though. Nice. That's what's up, man. Congrats. Hmm. Taste hustle number one. He's doing the dishes. Matthew, what's going on? How you doing? Matthew said, yo, Dash, what's up, brother? Maryland here. Alan says, man, I popped in to say, hey, yo. And my man Dash on here grumming. Let me guess. None of us, no, you know what? Alton, hold on. This is for Alton. Here's Alton's piece. Let me get this piece. This is for you, Alton. And be like Al from Eat More Vegans. Here, this is for you guys. Go ahead, reach out and grab it. Come on. You can grab it. Go ahead. I'm gonna put it there and off to the side. You asked me to check on it, and you can see it a little later. All right. I'm just getting my dinner out, and so sorry. All right. So the topic at hand is talking about big barbecue catering event prep. So obviously, not obviously, but today I started doing. Well, actually, last night I started prepping for this event I have on Saturday. This event is for the same people, the same group of people who I did the biggest event I've done. I did in the past, which is like a 500 person event. They have scaled down this a little bit. Hold on. Alice said I feel like a fool, probably eating some nastiness like chitlins too. No, it's boneless chicken wings, man. What are you smoking for this? No game, no cooking for this weekend, man. No, well, no cooking for the game. I'm actually cooking for an event on Saturday. I don't want to say maybe I'll have some left over, but by the time I finish cooking all the stuff I have to cook, I'm probably not going to see another bit of barbecue at all. No chitlins here. No pork on my fork. You know that. So this weekend I have an event. It's they're looking at like 350, 400 people possibly. I haven't gotten. I'm trying to look. Yeah. The person who's coordinating this was supposed to be reaching back out to me today to confirm the numbers, but I mean, honestly enough, I already started buying food. So I have the orders for 70 pounds of beef or brisket, 70 pounds of chicken, 70 pounds of pork. I have my list right here. Baked beans, green beans, potato salad, coleslaw, macaroni salad. And then, of course, they need some barbecue sauce, some paper plates, some napkins, cases of soda, some water, some ice, utensils, forks, and knives. And then I have other things that I need, like my seasoning. So, this seasoning here, the brisket seasoning, the pork seasoning, chicken seasoning, um, full pans, and foil, aluminum foil. So that was my list. It was a whole page long list. Um, and I was able to get a lot of it, you know, going to two different places. Quentin says he's walking to the liquor store, which I'll need. Um, mm, Screwball, Screwball peanut butter whiskey. I haven't had that in a while. Alton's got it right. He said Eagles, Eagles. So you just, Mm. Angela said DoorDash. No, he probably on his way out the door himself to go get it. It's like one night Justin from, oh man, my cup is not here. Um oh, he's out in California, but he was on a live stream while he was actually close to Maryland, and well, not close to Maryland, but in Maryland, close to Baltimore, and he walked to a 7-Eleven and was disappointed because the 7-Eleven didn't have liquor. Matthew says, "How's barbecue life been, dude?" Good. Tony says, "I've got to start prepping for Sunday's game this Friday, Saturday into Sunday. Nearly 24 hours of cooking." Yep. So Tony, I won't say doing the same, but I'll be cooking. I'm I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna start cooking tomorrow or cook everything Friday into Saturday. So most likely I might start cooking tomorrow just to make it easier on myself so I can kind of take my time. I will probably cook. I don't know what I'm gonna cook first. Most likely it'll be the chicken. Um, Quentin says he's got to pay for the Tesla note somehow. Yep, he's doing DoorDash. Jimmy says, "Thanks, Quentin. He went earlier today." Yep, it's $250 too much to ask for a smoked brisket. Nope. Depending on the cost of brisket, for you, no, I don't think so. Alan said, he wants to order a brisket. He's going to need to deliver it in person. What you want, like a half pound of brisket, Alton? How much brisket you want? John DeRose says, "Are you still doing catering?" Yes, I am. Victor says, "I remember when you did that big cook. Seems like a million years ago because of COVID. It has been 3 years since I've done the last one, and it was 4 years ago since I did it. No, so it's been 3 years, and I think it's been 5 years since I did it the first time. So I have a video series. It was like 4 or 5 different videos that I did, and I filmed a whole bunch, but I didn't quite know how I was going to put it all together. And I kind of talked about that when I sat down. I sat down in the back of the house and talked about it. I said, hey, I had this big event, and I broke it up. I'm like, all right, cleaning the smoker, prepping the smoker, then getting the food in there, and then like prepping and then prepping the food, and then prepping the smoker, cooking everything, and then finishing up things and cleaning the smoker, and then actually at the event. I think it was either 4 or 5 parts, but it was like BTS of a behind the scenes of a big catering event, something along those lines. And I mean, it was a big event. Alex is $250 for a brisket. Good lord, Alton, you live in Texas and your prices are skewed, because you get beef so much cheaper than everybody else. Ryan V. Strom says, "Baby back." What's up? How you doing, man? Been a minute. What's the cost of brisket over there these days? And is it prime? No. I don't subscribe to eating a prime brisket. If I cook this is the market. It's not the Restaurant Depot. Brisket was like $3 and I need that. Pew receipt. I'm trying to find a receipt. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, here is the Restaurant Depot receipt. The brisket. So I purchased a grand total. Yep. Today's. Yep, this is today's. Okay. I purchased 140 pounds of brisket. And before the volume adjustment, it was $3.76 per pound. It was roughly 500. It was more than $500. Like 525 is what I spent, and I got $55 off because of the volume adjustment. So you figure 70 pounds, $55. It went from 376 to probably like 360, like 350, 360. So I don't know what you're paying out. Do you know what you're paying for brisket? And that's choice brisket. I'm sorry, not choice. Yeah, choice. Choice? Yep, choice. Prime is even more expensive. Don from the farm, what's going on? Man, who in the world is paying $200 for a whole brisket? I see I'm gonna need to move. It comes sell briskets there. But Alton, the whole thing is the briskets cost more, so you have to charge more. When you are paying less for brisket, then you can sell brisket for less money. Shout out to Bumpy in the replay because he said he had to wait 2.5 hours for a shout out last time. What up, Bumpy? How you doing, man? It's only been about a half an hour. Not even a half an hour. So 27 minutes in. Prime brisket's here. I just bought this past weekend. We're $3.99 a pound. Yep, they're way more than that. I mean, they're probably maybe 4.25, if not more. I haven't looked at prime briskets lately because yeah. Jimmy says I have a 50-person cook for Monday. Guess I'll do it all Sunday. Yeah, buddy. Neil says somebody asked me to do one, so I think I will. Well, thank you, my friend. Sure thing. Not a problem. So I started telling you guys this event on Saturday. I have a lot to do. So one of the things that I did last night was I sat down. I looked at, the invoice that I sent. Wrote down everything that I need for, for the event. That everything I need to take with me. And then I said, okay, I need to get this from the Restaurant Depot, this from Sam's, this from, basically those are the only two places where I shop. The Restaurant Depot and Sam's. Costco. I had to get one thing from Costco. So between the Restaurant Depot and Sam's, I was able to do a online order for Sam's, right? I tried to do an online order for the Restaurant Depot, but I missed the cutoff. The cutoff was like 3 p.m. in order for me to get the food or have the food be able to pick up today. I did not want to have to wait until Thursday to pick up the food because if anything happened, or just like I said, I might start cooking things tomorrow. But if anything happened, there wouldn't be enough time. So I wanted to make sure I had everything today so that if I needed anything, I could also have tomorrow to shop and Friday to shop. But typically, or most likely, it would be tomorrow to shop because I plan on start cooking a majority of everything on Friday morning. So I tried to do an online order for Restaurant Depot. That didn't work out. I was able to do an online order for Sam's. Online order, I did it, probably finished it 8 o'clock or so last night. I probably close at 9 o'clock last night. It was supposed to be, or I put it, have it be ready between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. At 5:30, I get into Sam's. Anyone want to guess? Was my order ready? Packer briskets were $2.48 and prime was $3.49. What is that? Oh, okay. Sure, I'll take one. Ooh, I'm getting some lemon pepper wings. Thank you. Boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna put this over here so I can talk to you guys for a couple minutes. All right, bro, our beef prices on par. Y'all just charging a lot, but if people were paying it, maybe make that money. So, Alton, that's one of the things too. I say is charge what your market will bear. And if I'm able to, get that amount of money, definitely. I think the last time I did brisket, I said last time, but the last brisket I did, I think I charged 2 and a quarter. I know for Christmas when prices were higher, I had a lady that ordered 2 briskets and they were $250. She ordered 2 of them. Out says most of the time I don't buy at Restaurant Depot because they charge too much. Way better prices at Costco down here. Yeah, man, the Costco up here, man, they be bending you over because the Costco prices is stupid right now. They've been stupid for a long time. Tony says if I were charging a brisket cooked per pound, it would be about 28 per pound. So $25 per pound. I think that's where I'm at about $25 a pound. 25 or 25, 28, depending on pricing. Hojo says that you have U.S. Food Chef store around you. They offer a good selection at a fair price. I have not gone into that U.S. Foods store. I just recently found out that I could walk in there and purchase things as opposed to having to have things delivered. That was always my, I won't say hurdle, but I always thought that I had to have stuff delivered from U.S. Foods, and I know that I'm not doing a large enough volume in order to warrant delivery from U.S. Foods. Now, one of the other things too that I found in looking at some of the pricing from U.S. Foods, their things are more expensive, and I find that they're more expensive because they kind of wrap the cost of delivery into the cost of whatever like your everyday items. Tony said I run into the Bronx Hunt Point Market for cases of meat, primals and subprimals that I will fabricate. Pork is still sort of cheap as compared to beef. Yeah, the pork today was pork shoulder. Where are you? Yo, let's just talk about Restaurant Depot receipts. Yeah. All right. So, look, it says total weight goods 372 pounds. Boneless pork butt was $1.60. Oh, so I guess it ended up being $1.63. And my brisket, let me see. No, the brisket, yeah, it didn't. It gave me the volume adjustment afterward. Um, so yeah, the brisket ended up being $1.63 per pound, and I spent $200 on brisket, almost. Well, yeah, it was $200. Ounce is definitely a region thing. I agree, man. You ain't getting people to pay $200 plus for a whole brisket. Yeah, definitely. But then again, well, no, Alton. I how big is the brisket that you're cooking or going to be serving, Alton? Because like cooked weight, I'm giving people eight and some change pounds of brisket. Um, so uh, Victor says he charges $25 per pound for brisket. Spencer Crawley says brisket prices swing wildly in the DC area. Costco is generally the more reliable spot. I found them, and it depends on which Costco in the area too. So Spencer, I won't say call foul, but I have been able to get briskets way more reliably at the Restaurant Depot than I won't say than I have Costco. But the Restaurant Depot is way more consistent in my opinion. But I also live close to the Restaurant Depot in Baltimore. The Restaurant Depot is closer to my house than the Costco is. I have to go. I live on the southwest side of Baltimore, and there's a Restaurant Depot in on the south side of Baltimore. The Costco is in Owings Mills, so it takes me 20 minutes or so to get to Owings Mills where the Costco is. It takes me 10 minutes, 15 at the most, to get to the Restaurant Depot. Also, Costco is highway, so the distance to Costco is probably I don't know 10, 15 miles, where the distance to Restaurant Depot is like 6, 7 at the most. So there's that. Hojo says you should give U.S. foods a try. You will like it, but bring a coat. You actually walk into the deep freeze there to buy your meat. So I'm aware that's how it is at the Restaurant Depot. You walk into the entire everything refrigerated. You walk into the refrigerator, and then the frozen foods you pull those out of cases. So definitely, I mean, I'm wearing one of my hoodies, and I wear one of my hoodies and usually a hat. But my wife and my daughter, I won't say they hate going in there, but they're always like when we get into the refrigerator section. Jimmy says he just got pork butts for 99 cents a pound. Now, did you get the I guess the butt or the picnic? Delta Sim Pilot, what's going on, man? He says, "Hey Dash, what's good? Pumping gas currently, like a caveman. Can't wait for this to be over." Oh man, listen. You know, it's I tell you, Quentin, it's a good thing. Like it's cool, but I mean, I still have my diesel car, and my wife still has her gasoline vehicle. Um, my son, he has a gas car too. Mm. Mm. So I'm sorry, I meant to tell you that $1.63 was it? Come on, where is it? I do um, boneless pork shoulder. I don't do bone in pork shoulder. It takes longer, and that's just more weight that I have to account for. And it's not only gonna push start anymore. I have mine set to automatically start charging. I plug it in, it starts charging. So those pork butts are they're pork butts. Untrimmed spare ribs were 248 per pound per case. I don't do spares. Nice, that's what's up. Delta Slim Pilot. Almost called you Slim. Hojo says, do you still need a membership to get in the Restaurant Depot? Yes, but you can get into Restaurant Depot. Um, Actually, I did a video recently, like within the last year or so. People were asking about how to get into Restaurant Depot, and I said that you could get a State Cook-Off Association, SEA, or a KCBS. Um, there's a KCBS membership, and either of those cooking association, barbecue cooking associations, will get you access to the Restaurant Depot. Oh, thank you. Um, but someone told me that they opened up membership, and it's not really they opened up membership, but they'll allow you to shop just as a walk-in, cash and carry type customer. But you have to go in, stop, sign in, do some other stuff, jump through some hoops, and you can get a number that you can shop on. Outland, that's not the case anymore. So the picnic, so Angela, there's a pork shoulder, right? And the pork shoulder is just like your shoulder, but it's the pig. So the the shoulder portion or the butt is the piece that includes the clavicle. The picnic is the piece from like the knee up to like that joint. Okay, so this on a you figure on the pig, it's the front legs, and he said that I believe he got the shoulder, the I'm sorry, the butt. The whole thing is the shoulder, but there's two pieces. There's the butt and there's the picnic. The picnic is the piece that looks kind of like a small ham, and the butt looks, I don't know what it looks like. It just looks like a pork butt. um, Spencer says he's got to get his Restaurant Depot card this year. Yeah, buddy, what are you waiting on? There's one not too far from me, the Costco in Pentagon City. It's not far from my job, so I usually go there and always have good prime brisket. Yeah, so if you're closer to DC, then you're closer to the, what is it? Capitol Heights. That's where it is. The Restaurant Depot there. So I used to go to the Restaurant Depot in Capitol Heights when I worked in Lanham. I no longer work in Lanham. I work now in Gaithersburg. And yeah, I'm not going from Gaithersburg to Lanham to Baltimore. TOTL, no, I have not made my sausage yet or made sausage yet. That's how the Ford one was. Gotta figure this one out. Yeah, Angela, in the settings, and you have to, in the settings, you just have to have it set to, right now you probably have it set to, to remote charge. The other way is like default charge or something like that. I don't know. You don't need a membership if you have a cousin that keeps his membership active. I do. That's funny. Angela does not need a Restaurant Depot membership. But Angela, when was the last time you were in the Restaurant Depot? Angela says Spencer must live close to me. Yeah, he said he's in the DC area. Hojo, and close to you. You live in Southwest Bumble, yeah, Maryland. He probably lives in the more populous area, just outside of DC. Hojo said I use the tax ID to a sports organization I formed a few years ago to get my Restaurant Depot card. But the Costco and US Foods is closer, so I never go to Restaurant Depot anymore. Angela said Restaurant Depot in Alexandria is closer if he's already in Pentagon City. Okay. Johnny, he says, hey, hold up. We got Johnny here, so I have to don the view from a grill hat. If you guys haven't seen, Johnny is on I won't say a crusade, but not Johnny has been doing, he's documenting his weight loss journey, and he's been doing a kick butt job of it. I was inspired. I'm like, I need to get some kettlebells, man. So I actually looked into it. That thing's expensive, but they are cast iron, I guess. So, but yeah, just gotta pull the trigger. I know exactly where the Restaurant Depot in Lanham is. No, there's no Restaurant Depot in Lanham. The Restaurant Depot is in Capitol Heights. He's in Bowie, Upper Marlboro, working in DuPont Circle. At the depot is 10 minutes from his house. Costco is 10 minutes from work. Yeah. Y'all have Sam's in Maryland. Yes, we're just Costco. Yes, I actually, and I told you might have missed it. I said I did the majority of the purchasing, for this event. I did more than half of it at Sam's, and I did the other. Well, actually, I did more than half at the Restaurant Depot, and I did the other half at Sam's. Sam's, I ordered like the supporting stuff, some seasonings, the wire racks, the aluminum pans, the waters I needed, the sodas I needed. So what is it, ancillary items? But the majority of the protein I did buy from I bought from Restaurant Depot. It was cheaper. All right, Neil says good night, my friends, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks, Neil, for hanging out. Really appreciate you. Angela said we have Sam's, BJ's, Wholesale, and Costco in Maryland. Sure enough. I do not have a BJ's membership. Growing up, BJ's was the closest wholesale club. So my mom had a membership to BJ's for as long as I can remember. But when my wife and I moved to our house in Baltimore, we got a Sam's membership because the Sam's is literally like not even 5 minutes away from my house. So we got a Sam's membership and never looked back. It wasn't until probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago that I got the Costco membership. And I'll be honest with you guys, I prefer Sam's over Costco. The hype behind Costco, in my opinion, is not worth it. Um, Come on, why is this thing going backwards? The hype is not worth it. Like I said, in my opinion. Uh, I really dislike Costco because I don't know where anything is. Well, I know where things are, but they move stuff around. They don't label the aisles, so unless you go up and down every single aisle, and I don't want to go up and down every single aisle. I go into Costco, I know what I'm looking for, I know what I need, I want to get in, I want to get out, I want to get back home. I'm not trying to waste time. I try to do things as efficiently as possible. Costco, I can't even use an app to scan my things and pay for my things. Sam's, yo, hands down, the Scan and Go app is the single greatest thing that Sam's slash Walmart has done. Like hands down, hands down. Uh, Tony Soprano says commodity meat prices change weekly. I asked the vendors I purchase from to email me the pricing by Monday morning each week so that I can competitively shop for big cooks and higher grade items. Well, damn. I mean, I won't say I didn't know that was a thing, but I mean, you must shop at some boutique spots that they have the time to be able to do that. Because I couldn't, what's crazy is, I mean, I'm on a first name basis with the meat manager at the Sam's near my house, but other than that, I'm one of the guys from the restaurant depot who works in the meat department or meat, I guess meat department. He saw me on YouTube, so I walked in the store at Restaurant Depot, and he was like, "Yo, hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Yo, I think I saw you on YouTube." I was like, "Oh, really?" No, actually, he said, he's like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "Yo," he said, "Yo, what's your name?" And I'm like, "Scott." He's like, "No, no, no, you go by something else, don't you? Like online?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dash, yeah." I saw you on YouTube. I was like, "Oh, word, that's what's up." He was like, "Yo, I was getting blazed." He was like, I was blazed, and I was just scrolling through YouTube. He was like, "Yo, my man looked familiar." He said, "I clicked on the video, and you was like, hey, yo, this is Dash." I was like, "That's my man." Yeah, man. I go in and I'm friendly. I talk to everybody, make sure I say hi, because you know what? The person you speak to, every now and again, you go in there and something happens, you be like, "Hey, man, yo, can you mark this down? can you can you help me out? Can I pet that dog?" Whatever you have to do. Sometimes just being nice to people, it does that. Same thing with the girl from Sam's. I've been going into the Sam's Club and buying, my meat from Sam's. Literally, I've lived in this house for 16 years, and we have been going into Sam's for that long. Obviously, since I started my business in 2014, Sam's was one of the places where I would frequently get my food. The meat manager, I don't know how long she's been there, but she's been there for at least 5 years. So she knows me. Like I said, we're on the first name basis. I go in, I chat her up, "Hey, what's going on? How's it going? How's things?" We talk. And every now and again, she will cut me a deal. Like, the biggest thing that I missed out on, she had brisket points. I have only ever seen brisket points at that store one time. And I said, "Yo, her name is Sharnetta." I said, "Sharnetta, why are you?" I'm like, "These are labeled wrong." And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "These are labeled as whole briskets." I'm like, "They're not whole briskets." I said, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it. I was like, "Yo, these are the point." I'm like, "This is the best part of the brisket." And she's like, "Well," she said, "they sent them to me by mistake." And I'm like, "Well, damn." It was half a dozen of them, maybe 10 to 12. And she said, "Do you want them?" And I'm like, "I can't afford to buy them right now." Like, it was a off pay week, and I didn't have any catering jobs, and I'm like, I refuse. I don't want to put stuff on credit cards if I don't have to. And I'm like, that would just be me buying points for me to cook basically for myself, my family, and I'm like, nope. I said if I buy one, I want to buy them all, and so I didn't buy any. She's like, you sure? She's like, look, I'll even mark them down. I was like, ah, you're killing me here. I said, no, I can't. I can't. I was like, I am like, I am broken in the smoker. I said, I cannot afford to buy these. I said, I wish I could, but I can't afford to. And that was the biggest, I'm gonna say mistake, but yeah. Hojo says, what is BJ's? We don't have that store in Texas. BJ's is wholesale, just like Costco and Sam's. Um, it's just in this area we have all three big box wholesale stores. But I'm sure you probably have wholesale stores near you that we don't have here. Um, I'm trying to think. When I was in Austin, if I saw a BJ's, I know for sure I saw Sam's and I saw Costco. Went into each of those stores. Angela says she has a BJ's membership if I need it. Uh, nah. So that's why I said BJ's wholesale because there's a BJ's restaurant. Yep, another wholesale club. BJ's is closest to me. Well, that and Costco, and the same distance, but Costco opens too late and it's always crowded. In Waldorf? Because there's a Sam's in Waldorf too. Da, 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 da. Alan said that's true about Costco. The schools have no aisles labeled at all. Yep, BJ's has a scanning app. Okay, I love the curbside pickup. Nice. Yep, Sean said the Sam's app. It was money. Quentin says Costco don't take Amex. I dropped that subscription real quick. Anyone ever been to a Costco business center? I have one about 10 minutes from us. They sell whole suckling pigs and whole goats at the business center. So Hojo, are you in the Midwest? Cause yeah, there was someone else that was talking about a Costco business center and he was in the Midwest somewhere. Victor said Costco Business Center. Never heard of that. Yeah, someone on here on a live stream one night was talking about them. Spencer says I have BJ's and Costco membership. I had Sam's but haven't renewed it some years. Closest Sam's is in Annapolis. I don't go in that direction often. So I go to the Sam's in Annapolis every now and again because there is a free charging station there for me. There's an Electrify America at the Sam's in Annapolis. Um, but I have to be in Annapolis to be doing something. Like I actually at the for the range right before Christmas, the owner took everyone out to bowling. We had a holiday party at the bowling alley. The bowling alley literally right across the street from the Sam's in Annapolis. So I left the bowling alley and sat in the parking lot of the Sam's for like a half an hour, charged my car, and then came home. So it was pretty dope. It was it was kind of funny because they're all like, when you leave here, where you going? I'm like, across the street. They're like, why? I'm like, because I can charge my car. They're like, ooh, Mr. Electric Car, he's gonna go charge his car. I'm like, yeah, I am. You can, you know. Yeah, Quentin, it is what it is. Yeah, I know. I know. Every now and again, I was at Sam's looking for a food saver. Which one do y'all use? I have the. I could go get it. I don't know the model number, but uh, I actually don't like the one that I have because the vacuum part is all the way up high and it has the bags underneath. If I could get one that's the opposite, where the ceiling portion is down low and the bag storage or the roll is stored up above, it would be a little better, or off to the side or whatever. Because the way that it's oriented, I have to put the bag up higher, and I've talked about it. I end up sometimes making the bags too short, and I have a hard time like trying to bridge that gap to seal it. Uh oh, Alton says I use a meat chamber vacuum. Tony said, no, I shop as a jobber, so I buy like I'm a distributor with the route to retail. Stores and restaurants, my orders are typically for prime, dry aged beef. They want farm to fork type of marketing. Okay. Quentin says I use Wild Fork for his meat. All right. Never heard of Wild Fork, but there are a few different I won't say boutique, but smaller, um, like straight distributors. Tony says this is nothing more than a side hustle. Nice. Hojo says Costco will occasionally incorrectly price items. They had prime dino ribs mixed in with baby back rib section and priced at $2.50. He said I bought 6 racks. They bought the 6 racks they had. Yep. Whatever for the regular Joe. Avid Armor chamber vacuum sealer. Really like it. He said he uses it daily. Tony says Cisco, U.S. Foods, Driscoll, formerly Pocono Pro Foods, are distributors as well, but they won't let you walk in the aisles like a restaurant depot. Huh. Tony says Austin has HEB, plus they will wholesale cases of meat at great price. Yep. Angela said I don't go to Sam's. That's a tad further too. I mean, it's all in Waldorf. It's all in Waldorf. It's really, you could probably throw a stone from Costco to Sam's. Um, Hojo says HEB is the bomb. Don't know about the whole case prices. Yeah, I'm gonna say a lot of those places will. Sometimes you just have to, I'm gonna say speak up. But the whole thing is, if they have already taken it out of the box, they're not going to give you a case price. So what you can do is you can say, hey, can I purchase a case of chicken wings? Like that was, I think I've told this story before. But so when I was getting started, like 2014, 2015, I would actually it was probably 2015. I was doing chicken wings, and I was selling chicken wings for I think they were $1.50 a wing at that point because it was $15 for 10. And the pack from Sam's used to get 21 wings in each pack, right? So what I used to do is I used to sell wings, 10 wings a piece, $15, and I would basically buy a pack of wings when I needed them, sell a pack of wings. So the wings cost me $12 to $15. I would sell them and get 30, right? Actually, those wings might have been cheaper, but anyway, they might have been $12, and I would sell them for 30, right? I would get $30, and I would basically take the $30 and buy another pack of wings, and then I would buy a pack of baby back ribs. So I was buying, and I would basically stepstone and sell more wings, more ribs, and more wings and more ribs, and that was how I, made it through the week, basically when I was selling food out of the trunk and on Instagram. But I had an order for like 50 wings, and I was like, man, if I buy the individual packs, like I could do better by buying the case. And it was a big deal to me, a big deal to buy a case of chicken wings. Now, mind you, the cases come with there were 6 packs of wings in each case, and there's 21 wings in each pack. And I mean, when I say it was a big deal, it was a big deal. Like I hemmed and hawed about buying this case of chicken wings, and I did save a couple dollars. But oh my gosh, I had anxiety until I sold the rest of those wings, and then it was like after that first major hurdle of like trusting in myself, believing in my cooking, believing that I could sell this food without really having to worry too much about it. I was like, I gotta sell these wings. I gotta sell these wings. And that was, and one of the other things too, you gotta keep in mind, that was around the time when I got laid off from work, and my only income was selling barbecue. So everything I sold, I put right back into the barbecue so that I could, buy more food and then take care of things like I had to take care of, like my daycare, putting fuel in my car, paying my cell phone bill, paying for tolls, and gas in my wife's van, and then putting food on the table and other things like that. So every dollar in was, every dollar in went right back out and back in to support my family and myself. Lou, what's going on? Hojo says I'm in Dallas Dash Out. We have both Costco and Costco Business Center. We also just got 2 HEB stores just north of us. That's what's up. Luke Calamadas, what's going on? He says, hey, yo, Dash Barbecue fam, what's going on? How you doing? Luke says everyone is the Calamadas house has the second round of COVID. Holy cow. He said, except for him. Yeah, that's because you had it like last week, dog. You was sick. Or, you finally built up your resistance being around all them grubby, snot nosed kids that you work with. Da-da-da-da. When I was in Austin, I did my souvenir shopping at HEB. He said HEB is heaven. Nope, 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 nope. I'm telling you, I see your HEB and I raise you Bucky's. I mean, it's just one is a supermarket and one is like a destination. Uh, Good evening, Dash and Barbecue people. KB, how you doing this evening? Jimmy says, Dash, how long can you keep pulled pork in the refrigerator before the event? Um, I mean, I've legitimately had pulled pork in the fridge as long as the cryovac stays fine. Um, a week, maybe two. There have been times when I have not cooked, purchased pork and then thought I needed it and then I didn't. So it just stayed in the refrigerator. As long as that cryovac is intact, you're good. But I wouldn't keep it in a refrigerator longer than like a week and a half. If I know that I'm going to have it for longer than a week or a week and a half, what I will do is I will actually, um, uh, where's I going with this? Oh, I will cut it into pieces and put it in vacuum seal bags and freeze it. Gotta get the Buckies. I've seen a lot about it. So down south, if you the closest one to you, well, I don't know. I don't think there's any in Ohio, but the closest one to you, Lou, is probably going to be in Florence, South Carolina. You'd have to look on the map, but I heard that there's going to be some in the Gatlinburg area of Tennessee, like Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. So you, I don't know if Pigeon Forge slash Gatlinburg is closer than Florence, South Carolina, but because you live in New Jersey, Gatlinburg is a little inland, and Florence is right on 95. So down south, mostly, Lou. Like I said, the closest one to me is in Florence, South Carolina, and it is 6.5 hours away. 7 hours away. Actually, I think it's 7 hours away. Just about 6.5, 7 hours away. But if I said Jimmy, meet me at Bucky's, he's on his way. I know it. I know a couple other people. I don't know, Lou. Yo, you dude, come on down to my house. We'll go down to Bucky's in the EV. Look, don't put it past me. Let's go get a brisket sandwich. Mm, I'm gonna say it's worth it, but I mean, I do it for real. Like we could definitely that we could definitely plan something. I mean, say we if you get down to my house at like 6, we be on the road by like 6:37, maybe earlier than that because we gotta get through DC traffic. Um, get on the road. We get to Bucky's like around lunchtime. Quentin says count me in for the Bucky's trip. That's what's up, Quentin. You are invited. You are invited, and I'm waiting for my cousin to say something like, "What? I can't go." Just you wait. She might be asleep though, so let's be quiet. We're not gonna Bumpy. I think Bumpy. If my cousin doesn't want to go, oh well, it's vegetarian or pescatarian. They don't have very many seafood options there, so we might have to invite Bumpy. Road trip to Florence for a sandwich. Why not? Lou said that would be awesome. Yeah, as long as y'all don't mind. Saturday would be an awesome day for it. Yeah. Angela said, I know I'm invited. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, I mean, they have stuff for you, but it's like really, there's no seafood there. Um, well, I gotta get to bed. Victor says, everyone have a great night. Victor, hopefully you are doing well. I know we haven't spoken, I don't say much, but we haven't spoken recently. You know, not for nothing. Just I hope all is well with you. KB says, pick me up in California. I want to go too. Yep, sure thing. El Barrio, he says, ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Dash, my wife is watching me on the TV. Oh, watching with me on the TV. I'm sorry. That's what's up. Lucis may have to load up Vanna. Well, you can go ahead and pay to get Vanna fixed. Because Vanna is down for the count. I actually need Vanna in a bad way this weekend, and I can't actually use Vanna. Quentin says, "Night, Victor." Jack says, Dash, you guys are going to need 2 out of work auto technicians. Yeah, Jack and Betty, you guys are invited too, definitely. Though you might be closer to, I don't know. I have to figure out where you guys are, because you guys are kind of, I don't know. You guys are in the Midwest too. Um, you might have a Bucky's closer. Angela said, "Not riding advantage." Yeah, I don't, I don't blame you. Yo, Jimmy, we can't have a Dash Festival in Florence. Mm-mm. I mean, I would want to be like in my backyard. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be close to my house. I don't want to drive 7 hours, and it's gonna take longer than 7 hours to get down there. Really, near Indy. Oh, so you're further away than I thought. Further away from Bucky's. Uh, I've driven through Indianapolis once. Well, technically twice. On my way to Chicago and then back to Baltimore. And I don't even know if we drove through Indy or we just drove past signs for Indy. Like, Indy's in that direction. Um, but yeah, we drove, clear across Ohio and then up into, um, I guess it was Michigan and then Indiana. Go Colts. Mm-mm. Dash bash in the yard. Again, Jimmy, woof, woof. I have there's a lot of places to park around my house, but I mean, if see that here's the other thing too, right? We need to have a get together somewhere where I need to drive, because if I do need to drive, that will mean I will get less intoxicated. When I have had parties at my house, um, I get too comfortable here, and now I've just gotten obliterated. Quentin says, fingers crossed, Packers get CJ somehow, some way. Quentin, you from Michigan? You're not from Michigan. I thought you were from further down south, but you just a Packers fan? Lou says, Dash, I don't want to be the jinx, but Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Lou, we don't talk in certainties like that. I am an Eagles fan. I never, 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 never talk uncertainties like that. Never, ever, ever. Look what happened to the Phillies. Look what happened to the Phillies. They should have won. Freaking Houston. I know there's one or two y'all Houstonites in here. Oh, Barrio, weren't you giving me grief? Angela said, Dash bash on my 3 acres. Do not invite these fools to your house, Angela. Don't. They will. Look, I'm not quitting. An Ohio State fan. Okay, Packers and NFL. All right, see, I didn't think you were from Michigan. I just thought you were a Packers fan. That's what I said. Yeah, a fan? Nah. Listen, it's a lot of y'all, and it's one of me. I can't keep everybody's backstory straight. So give me a little grace if I make a mistake. Been a Packers fan since the Reggie White days. My favorite all-time player. Well, he came to the Eagles, or was he Eagle? He was the Eagles first. He was an Eagle first. Then he went to the Packers, didn't he? Lou said the offense can't be stopped. Just saying, only way they lose if they beat themselves. Have you not seen the Eagles play? Have you not? Almost any time the Eagles have had, I won't say clutch, but Yes, the Eagles can and will beat themselves. Mm. Oh, Tawaski. Now you want to, or I guess Waski. Now you want to speak up? Quentin says Eagles then Packers. Yes, sir. I work with a Reggie White. mm-hmm. Uh, have his Eagles jersey as well. Yeah. I don't have. So I only have one Eagles jersey. And I don't say I'm a fan of. I don't like to buy unretired numbers. Um, so the Eagles jersey I have is a Jerome Brown jersey, and growing up, I remember like vividly Jerome Brown. I think it was an offensive lineman, but I remember when he got killed. He got killed in a car accident. He was driving a Corvette too fast and he crashed it up. Uh, Spencer says if Hurts gets beat by a rookie, it's going to be a long off season. Just ask Dak. Angel said Clinton talks a lot in the chat and said almost nothing. Cooked most of the video last week. That's because you know what? It's one of those things, man. Not for nothing. He's probably multitasking and is, listening. Like, more power to you because I can't be doing all that multitasking. Like, there's certain things I can multitask. Like, I can't pay attention to this thing and then that thing and then this thing and that thing. I can probably do two, maybe three things at a time. And it has to be something like, I won't say mundane, but I can cook and work at the same time, or I can cook and do something else at the same time. But no, like listening to people actively reading comments and actively, mm-mm. Sometimes, I mean, just me talking and trying to talk to you guys, I get sidetracked and caught up. Yeah, but you know, we saw him on like he was working and all that other stuff. Well, y'all rolling in the chat. I didn't want to ruin it. No, look, that's how them chats work. You know how you be with your family or something like that. You gotta get your look. Either you gonna sit in the corner and not say nothing, or you gonna get what you have to say in. You just kind of politely interrupt people. That's all it is. Just politely interrupt people. I was also working, had two devs on a different screen trying to launch a satellite as well. Oh, I think you did a good job on camera. First time ever. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna go there. Talking about his first time on camera. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. What's up, Marlon? How you doing this evening? He says, "Hey, yo, Dash." Launching satellites, doing DoorDash deliveries, cooking in your ghost kitchen, etc. She keeping tabs on you, bruh. I still have wings. I finished my first energy drink, and I have yet to have anything to drink. You know what? Since my cousin is here, and I'm gonna say put me on to, but she was the second person to tell me about Uncle Nearest. I might have a little bit of Uncle Nearest. Yeah. So speaking of satellites, did anybody see the rocket that got launched on Monday night? Monday night? Tuesday night. Tuesday night, the 23rd. I guess it was Tuesday night. Lou says night, everyone. Hey Lou, hopefully everyone is will be feeling better in your house. Definitely take great care, sir. Thanks again for hanging out. Really appreciate you hanging out. I'll see you next time, dude. Be easy. Marlon says, where your man at? You know, the one that left the group last week to deliver for Uber Eats. Clinton's right there. Yo, funny. Spencer says, uh-oh, bourbon talk. Not gonna start. That's not bourbon. Is it, Uncle Nearest? That's a whiskey. One of the people on my team did some of the network work for that launch, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. Yeah, so what ended up happening was I guess that was no, it was Wednesday. So it was Monday. that launch happened. Um, I picked up Taste Tester number two. He has a, like after school type job, but he has a job. And when I picked him up, it was just after 6 o'clock because he took a sweet time getting out of coming out of the at work. So when we were driving home, I saw like I was doing I was watching something on YouTube. I was watching the news on YouTube, and when I was switching off the news I was watching, I saw they were talking about the live whatever the jet was called or whatever the rocket was called. It's like live, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, let's click on that. So we're driving home and we're listening to the lady was talking about where they were in the launch and everything like that. So I rewound back to when it actually launched, and we watched the launch and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. And then she was talking about where it was in the sky, and I'm like, there it is. So we were able to watch it for about a good half an hour, because we didn't start watching it until about 6:15, and by the time we got home, it was like 6:45, almost 7, and we could see it up in the sky. Like, so if the horizon is here, the rocket was like out here, and then it was like it was traveling, and then it went like down and started to get lower. Uh, Let me follow Marlon. Quentin, we'll have to talk. Or you and Marlon can talk. Hojo says, tucking DoorDash. My buddy's dog took 2 pizzas from the neighbor's front door that the delivery service left. Jeez. How do you follow someone on here? I'm YouTube dumb. I don't do social media. So what you can do is you can click on their name or touch and hold their name, and then it should bring up other options like go to channel. And if you go to the channel, that's when you can subscribe. Or you could post your Instagram or however else down below. And I'll say we can figure something else out. But I can kind of try to, if I remember, to connect you guys. Hojo said, damn dog, ate both pizzas in the boxes. Wow. Eating this, yo. Yeah, Quentin first says, Quentin can dash email. Yep. Definitely living his best life until the dog got sick. Probably. Yep. Block or report. Nope. Well, I guess I have more options because I am the host and owner. But I will reach out to Quentin. You have my number. Angela, you have my number. I will text you or I'll send you the information to Marlon's channel. Marlon, he's undercover. Yeah, he's like invite only. So, I mean, not everybody. All right. So, anybody else have any? There you go. Hojo said, "Yep, the dog had the runs the entire next day. That's what you get. Damn dog. Now, I bet the dog didn't learn his lesson. He find pizzas. He'll eat the damn pizzas again." Quincy. Yep. Sounds good. House flooded. Mom moved in. Daughter was in a car accident. Daughter moved in. It's the damn Waltons over here. Man, it's funny. Do you guys remember when at one point at the end of the live streams I used to say good night, John Boy, good night, whoever's next, good night, this person, good night, that person, and I felt like it was the Waltons, and I only know that because my mom used to watch the Waltons, and that was like I don't know how or why, and I bet my mom still watches the Waltons for the record, but I don't know how or why I would always come in when the show was going off. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night. It was like boys name, boys name. Do y'all yell in the house like good night to each other, Marlon? I wanted to hear the next Reddit. Oh, yeah. Hello, the dog with the runs. Damn, Marlon. Yeah. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hopefully your daughter's okay. Mm. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I said that's all good. Family first. So hopefully you didn't have to give up your wife's old car to your daughter, or maybe insurance took care of it, or something like that. Mm. Quincy, yes sir. Family first. All right, so I talked about that, the big event that I had, and I get this drink popping. Yeah, I didn't want to get up. That was the whole problem. So hold on, Quentin. I'm gonna go get my drink. You just freaking threaten me. Get your drink, or else. Mm. I keep saying I want to save aluminum cans and the forge, not the forge. Yeah, I think it's forge something at some point. But get some bougie ice. Actually, I probably should get some big ice cubes, but we're gonna get a scoop of bougie ice. I'm gonna crush ice and some Uncle Nearest. All right, I'm back, y'all. And I'm back, y'all. And I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, y'all. All right, so in case you guys don't know, Uncle Nearest, and look, this is bad. This bottle, it sits on the floor in the kitchen, so it's got dust on it. I don't drink my liquor. Like, my liquor cabinet is full, so we've had to resort to putting stuff in and around another liquor thing. Like, it's actually a wine thing, but this bottle has been, yeah. Uh, Actually, before I do that, let's wipe the damn bottle off. This bottle has been sitting. Angela, when did we talk about Uncle Nearest? I feel like it's been like 6 months, but I've. Hmm. Just covering the ice. Let's see here. Mm. Philnut says, "Hey Dash, been looking for a bit. What would you say if my dream is a small business, but I'm not in the right place to make it happen yet? How do you handle not letting the dream fizzle out? Keep doing things to help work towards that dream. I mean, so what you can do is you can do things like build recipes. So if you want to cook, different things that you want to test, or if you say, okay, you know what, I want to have a barbecue truck, or I want to have a barbecue catering restaurant, or something along those lines. You get all your ducks in a row with as far as your recipes and perfecting those things, so that when it comes time, or when you are ready or in a better position, you can hit the ground running, and you'll already be in a good position to take off and go from there. Also, at the same time, I would suggest trying to see about cooking for others, cooking for friends, cooking for family, because literally that will lead to cooking for other people who you don't know, and you'll get paid for it if that's what you're aiming to do. Ooh. Mm. 93 proof. Uncle Nearest. Small batch whiskey. All right, so um, I started talking about this Uncle Nearest, and if you don't know, Uncle Nearest is said to be, or rumored to be, the person who taught oh my gosh, Jack Daniels, how to make whiskey. So this it's funny because everyone says, "Oh, it tastes just like Jack Daniels." Duh. Uncle Nearest is said to be the person that taught Jack Daniels, gave him a recipe and taught him how to make whiskey. Uh, Angela said, "I thought you walked to the liquor store. You must have driven. You must have driven for the delivery." Listen, yeah, funny. He said he had to get the Quentin said he had to get the last bit of the money for the Tesla payment. Mm, my goodness. Marlon said his mom will be fine. Her daughter has to deal with 3 broken ribs and a broken foot. Goodness. I mean, I knock on wood. I have never broken a bone. Quentin says, "Dang, hope she's a speedy recovery. Broken ribs suck." Yeah, I got my assigned bottle back in June. Maybe. Oh, you know what? And so we talked about it. It was July. Because that was when I went. I was going up to Cape Cod. Actually, I was coming back from Cape Cod, and you told me that you had gotten a bottle, and I had my bottle already. If I didn't, or we talked about it, and then I got my bottle soon after. Um, Marlon said, "Thanks everyone." Hojo says, "You going to do a live stream in the Big Cook on Friday?" No, 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 no. So unfortunately, like Quentin says, live stream Friday. I mean, unfortunately, that's one of those things where I I wish I could, but I will be multitasking, and I probably won't or shouldn't be live streaming while I'm in the middle of doing other things. So I can't. Toasi said Uncle Nearest is my go-to. Nice. Yeah, Angela says, family will be honest AF for sure. So will little kids. Toski says, I like it. 1856. Yeah, buddy. 1856? 1864. Wait, so where's the bottle for that one? Y'all funny. Ain't no bottle counter for that one. Mm. Spencer said, I had the Uncle Nearest rye. It's a love it or hate it bottle for him. Huh. It says, you got yours after in August, found on our chat. I have 1856. You got 1884. So what's the difference? So what's the difference between 1856 and 1884 aside from, what is that? 32 years or so? Hmm? What the difference is. Oh, wait. So I wonder if the 1864 is or 1856 is the rye, and this is the whiskey. It says Uncle Nearest 1884 continues the remarkable legacy of Tennessee distilling legend Nearest Green, the first known African American master distiller. Each small batch is curated by his great great granddaughter, Whiskey Magazine's 2021 Master Blender of the Year, Victoria Edie Butler, utilizing the process of maple charring, mellowing that Nearest helped perfect over 160 years ago. 1884 delivers a whiskey that is smooth as it is complex. So I wonder if one is the bourbon, like if the 1856 is the bourbon and the 1884 is the whiskey. No problem. Phil Myth. No joke. Try to find a bottle on Amazon. It didn't have any luck. Oh man, I'm telling you. You know what you do is get a It was a wine travel something or other. So and I took the nail polish off. They were giving me grief at the range on Sunday. I'm like, yo, I have a daughter. Damn it, she wanted to paint my nails. Oh, you got small batch. I got premium batch, which is 100 proof. Oh, okay. 28 years. Well, thanks for the math. I think the 1856 is higher proof. Yep, yep, yep. There you go. Well, now learning. Stand over as you walk in the basketball court. No. Quentin says, well, actually, I read Spencer's comment. He said Uncle Nearest Ride is his own thing. I think those started hitting shows a few months ago. Quentin says, speaking of DoorDash, y'all see the story of the Uber Eats dude walking the basketball court during a live game? No. Yeah, no, I have not. Had a whole McDonald's order in his hand. Oh, no. Jeez. Dude, look at the video. Alright, I want to say send me a link, but it'll pop up on my phone. So my wife wants $85 Chuck Taylors for her birthday. Then buy her $85 Chuck Taylors. I mean, are they bedazzled? And do they come with pearls or something? How the hell do you even get down there? My man was like, I got food. I'm delivering to the court. That's how. Mm. Mm. I wonder if one of my stickers will fit on the bottom of this cup. Hearts all over them. So are they for Valentine's Day, Marlon? Are they Valentine's Day Chucks? Oh, damn it. Sticker's too big. I don't want to fold it over. I wish you could post pics on here. Yeah. Must have courtside seats. The guy that ordered. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Yo, I'm delivering courtside section. Marlon says, nope, her birthday. All right. When's her birthday, Marlon? And duh, you know, that's what she wants. Just buy it. Not easily like that, but you know, easy. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Quentin. Quentin, I don't think you. So I hit 20,000 miles on the ID4 this morning. When I dropped taste tester number 3 off at school in the parking lot, we hit 20,000 miles on the ID4. And I took some pictures and stuff like that. I posted it to my personal Instagram. I did not post it to my Still Drum Smokers Instagram. But anybody that cares, you can hit me up on Instagram on Still Drum Smokers, and I guess I'll send you the link to the post on my personal Instagram. If you don't know or want to follow me on Instagram, it is I am dash dash senior sr. I am dash senior, and I posted the pics there. Yes, Quentin, I do. 20,000 miles in 7 months, less than 7 months. I took delivery of my car on June 28th. So in less than 7 months, I have 20,000 miles on that car. Now, I want to say, mind you, um, my wife does drive the ID4 to work, and her commute is about the same as mine. I think her commute is 40 miles one way. So between me driving to work one day a week, which is about, I put probably 100 miles on it the day I drive, and she drives to work and she puts probably a little less than 100 miles. She might put 80 or 90 miles on it going to and from work. But then as soon as she gets home, there's almost always something that has to be done, like in the afternoon and the evening. Just like, so Tuesday, so I guess that was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Um, I She drove to work, and as soon as she got home, I took the car and picked up taste tester number 2 from work. So I guess that was yesterday. Was that yesterday? No. Yeah, that was yesterday. No, we okay. I took the kids to the range on Monday, so I'm like, that was my whole week is thrown off. All right, so yeah, so that was yesterday. I picked them up from work, so by the time she drove home, and then I went to get him from work, and then came back home, and I don't think I went back out yesterday evening, but still. Uh, yep. Thank you, Angela. I am a dash senior. Got it. Damn, 40 to 50 miles each way. My office is a mile from the crib. Well, Hojo, that is crazy considering you live in Texas and Texas is big as hell. Um, Dude, I remember the shortest commute I ever had was when I lived in my mom's house outside of Philly. She lives in Delaware County, Pennsylvania now. And I worked a mile. It might have been a mile and a half. It was no more than 2 miles away. That was the shortest commute I've ever had. Yeah, as an adult, that was the shortest commute I've ever had. And I used to be able to. There were times when I could get to work in less than 5 minutes, and that was like driving on surface roads, balling, balling. Uh, Quentin says you did one major road trip, so these miles are a normal commute for the family. Technically two road trips. I did, well, three. Sorry. I did one road trip from Baltimore to Central Florida. I did one road trip from Baltimore to Cape Cod. Back that was like 1,000 miles that one day, and in less than 12, it was like it was more than 12 hours. It's like 18 hours. It was 950 some odd miles in like 18 hours or so. And then I did a trip from my house to Central South Carolina. We went and looked at a house, and that was like a 650, 700 mile trip one way. So yeah, going down to my mother-in-law's house in Central Florida, that is like 800 and 850 miles one way. Going up to Cape Cod, like I said, round trip. That round trip was 800 and like 50ish miles or so, and then going to South Carolina, where I was, like it was Central South Carolina, I guess. Don't you know? It was I think it was like 600 ish miles one way, like between 600 and 700 miles one way. So those are the three major trips I've taken on it. I have driven it to Philly once, and I've also driven it to Smyrna, Delaware once. But those are like it's like 90, 100 miles one way. So that's not really like anything crazy. Nope. I drove it to Philly once on business and once on for pleasure. So I'm just thinking of all of the places I've been. I would say that's it, but that's been it. Other than that, it's primarily commuting. Grumpus's question: if you are catering an event, do you look as it? If you are catering an event, do you at it? Look at it as being on the client's clock? Pretty much, yes. Um, I like there. I'll say like if I'm at home and I'm chilling, and I'm doing an event or something like I won't drink. I don't sit down. I don't like I'm kind of on my feet going the whole time. Uh, the event that I did when I messed up and I was like, oh, when barbecue goes wrong or whatever it was, and then the next video was me um at the person's house and I was cooking at their house. Once I was done and once my time was up, that was when I was like, all right, I'll take a shot. Okay, I'll hang out, not hang out, but I will kind of, meander around and answer questions and talk to people. But when I was on the clock, like on the time that they were paying me for, I mean, I was focused. I was working. Hey, I'd answer a quick question here and there, but I wasn't like standing around a circle, kind of talking, too much. Toski said, I had a schoolwork calling. Prayer to your family, Marlon. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Damn, my odometer is 25,382 right now. 60 miles per way to and from work, going on a 3 day a week. We are farther apart than that. We were further apart than that last week. I'm trying to think what I won't say what I did, but I take a lot of pictures of my odometer, so I can like tell you timeline wise when I was at whatever odometer number. But other than that, like really, like today, this afternoon, I probably put 50, 60 miles on the car this afternoon when I I picked up taste tester number 3 from school. I came back home and dropped her off. I picked up taste tester number 2 from the bus stop, which is a mile or so away from my house. Picked him up from the bus stop. Then I went out to Restaurant Depot. Went from the Restaurant Depot to Sam's. No, Restaurant Depot back home to Sam's. From Sam's, because, oh, I didn't tell you, my order was not ready. From Sam's, I went up to Costco. From Costco back to Sam's to check on my order. Still wasn't ready. It's supposedly going to be ready first thing in the morning. And then from there, back to my house. I probably, like I said, put 60, 70 miles on my car this afternoon, just driving around, running errands. Um, and yeah, that's just during the summer. I was putting almost 100 miles on the car a day, Monday through Friday, taking taste tester number 2 all the way to school, coming back home, doing any errands in the afternoon. It was school, but it was work. So I would take him all the way across town, come back home, then I would drive all the way across town, pick him up, take him to his second job, the after school type thing, and then come back home. Then I would go back to the after school thing, pick him up and come back home. And that was just driving across in and around Baltimore City, and like I said, that was almost 100 miles a day. Grandpa says, will you ask permission to record your activities, or are you on your time once you show up? With food and services, what do you consider proper recording etiquette? So, Grumpus, I try to be respectful, and I don't shove a camera in people's faces. That's one thing I've learned while filming the over the years. A lot of people are not very comfortable on the camera. As Quentin can tell you from last week, he said very little. Being on camera, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different dynamic. But when I go to events, I try and film, but I try to respectfully film. I try not to film and have the camera front and center. I try to have the camera set up to be almost like a fly on the wall. Okay, where it's like I get candid shots as opposed to me standing there talking and doing all of this stuff and doing whatever, saying whatever it is I have to say. Like I'll do those things kind of behind the scenes or in post production. I'll say I'll just like pull out my camera and I'll do like a quick pan, or I'll take a couple pictures, and then in post I'll say, hey, this was the event. Here I'm going to show you guys a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But usually or most of the time, whenever I set up my camera, excuse me, whenever I set up my camera, I try to set it up off to the side so that it's behind me, or it's not just like front and center and people are like looking at the camera while I'm recording. Again, I'm trying to kind of set you up or set up the camera in a fly on the wall type situation, because I'm not my video style is more of a, I'm trying to show you, like I'm trying to let you be an observer, okay, versus being included. If that makes sense. Like if I were vlogging, like actively vlogging, when I get to the school, I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z, or I'm going to be in the kitchen, I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to introduce you to every single person that I'm working with and things like that. I don't always do that, and it's because people aren't comfortable 100% on camera. Marlon said, here's a question that came up today. When it comes to oil changes, do you go by the date or by the miles? Miles. I always hit my miles first. Always go by miles first. Because I always hit the miles first. Mm. Not sure how y'all spend an hour or two each day driving to work. I am blessed with a 5-minute commute. Dude, you know what, Hojo? So I do a lot of other things when I am in the car. My cousin Angela will tell you, usually I'm on the phone. I am talking to potential customers. I'm talking to family. I do a lot of listening to Reddit, like Reddit posts on YouTube. I do watch YouTube videos in that time. And then what's even crazier is I watch YouTube videos sped up. So I watch them at like 1.75x. And when I say I watch a YouTube video, I'm not watching like I don't know. I'm not watching somebody rant or something. Usually it could be like a video podcast, is what I'm listening to, or something that's like spoken where I'm not having to actually watch or look at it. Um, oh, a big one is on Monday afternoons when I'm commuting home. I listen to Adam Ragusia. He has recently changed his video schedule. He used to put up a video podcast on Saturdays, a video on Monday, and then a video on Thursday. He has now changed it to a video podcast on Monday, and a cooking video usually on Thursday. So on Monday afternoons, my commute home, I listen to the podcast. This podcast is about an hour long usually, and I leave from work. I go get my car washed. I leave from the car wash. I go pick up taste tester number 3, and then I come home. So typically, by the time I get halfway to getting taste tester number 3, I'm almost finished. I'm finished with the podcast, and then I'll listen to a story or something on YouTube from Reddit. Big road trips. Could say those are 5,000 miles, give or take. Y'all still did over 10,000 in commuting. Y'all need an EV for sure. So you know what, Quentin? Now one of the other things too, you gotta keep in mind, um, because we have the ID4, I do everything in the ID4. Like my Passat, I used to rack up miles on my Passat the same way I'm racking up miles on my ID4. And I mean, those of you who've been around for a while and like might follow me on my personal Instagram and or Facebook, I used to post mileage, numbers all the time on my cars. My wife's van, I didn't really post mileage stuff on hers too much. But just think about this. So my car, it's a 2012 Volkswagen Passat TDI. I bought that car with, it was like it might have been 45 or 60,000 miles, and I have 180,000 miles, and I've had that car for 5 years now, I think. Maybe six? No, maybe four. I think I got it in 20. No, I got that car in 2016. So 6 years. My wife's van, we purchased it brand new in January of 2017. And she has 111,000 miles. She actually told me today, she said, "Oh, I was driving, I guess it was Monday." And she said, I took a picture of the odometer. It was 111222. When we were on our way back from Florida on Christmas, I hit 111,000. Wait, 111,000. Yeah, 111,111 miles. 11111 Yeah, 6 ones from the fifth floor on her van. So, and in her van now has been relegated to big road trips. Um, I almost took another road trip down to Florida. My wife was contemplating going down to Florida uh, a week or two ago. She was contemplating going down there. Um, my mother-in-law, after Christmas, she was a little bummed, a little down. So my wife said, "Hey, I'm thinking about going down to see my mom. Would you be willing to drive me down there, turn around and come right back?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And I said, "I'll come down there. Like, I'll take you down one weekend and come back and get you the next weekend. Like, what's up?" But yeah, I didn't do it. Um, Hojo says you're going to drive to LA for the Super Bowl if the Eagles make it. I wish I could, man. I mean, I probably could, but I mean, what would I do? It's not like I can afford to get into the game. So Quentin, it's crazy, right? I commute to work one day a week. I used to And the reason why my miles were like I used to on average put mm, I used to on average put 500 miles on my car a week on my Passat. With me driving to and from Lanham, which was like 35, 40 miles one way. And then, of course, same thing, errands over the weekend, picking up, doing things, taking the stuff here, going there. I used to put almost 500 miles on my car a week, and not anymore. With the fact that I'm only driving to work one day a week, and my wife is only driving to work one day a week, and then every now and then, one of us will have to go into work a second or possibly even a third day during the week, but few and far between. Quentin says I'm not built to deal with an hour commute in the morning or 5 p.m. Yeah, Angela said I'm in the office from 10 to 3, if that. See, and I go in at 6 a.m. I'm in the office from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. I work 6 to 2. Boom. Um, Quentin says, hey, he was working. I was talking about him, giving him grief about not talking. Today I left at 12:15 because it was sleeting in Virginia. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. That's fine, Quentin. Look, Angela said, yeah, right. You didn't want to talk to us. Yeah, but look, Marlon said, come on, man. You cooked the whole Olive Garden dinner. True. Next time I'll talk y'all's ears off about Uber Eats and how the 99 Civic Si is the greatest car of all time. I don't know about that now. Uh, did that come with a B18? Was that the first year of VTech? Like, come on. Marlon says Reddit best of Reddit AITAH Reddit Ask Reddit top three Reddit YouTube Reddit podcast. Angela said I wrote a Teams rant the other day on how you hate K8. Hate Kate. I don't know. Samantha. Kills my life to even think about it. What? On how you hate Kate. Teams pant. Teams rant the other day on how you hate Kate. I don't know it. Don't want to know it. And it kills my life to even think about it. What is Kate? Marlon says he's gonna hold you to that, Quentin. Yeah, actually beautiful when it works. Absolutely. Tailgate video. Oh, Uber. Okay. See, I thought he was saying Uber Eats. Sorry, I still me neither. I don't know what it is either. Uh, yes, Big Sexy is here, Josh, and the cop is here too. Well, ex cop. Canuber Nets. What the hell is that? B16A1. Okay, so that B16A1 is the one that they take the oil pump off of because the oil pump is better. They take they take the oil pump off the A1 and put it on all of the B18s and the B20s now. Hodger said, how much wood you plan on using for the big cook? Uh, I think I'm actually going to have to split some more wood. Oh shoot, my phone is about to not die, but it needs to charge. I just got a message that says you were down to 15%. Charge your phone. Okay, charger. Stretch. Let's prop this thing up. Here we go. Bingo. Usually I have my phone plugged in, but I was distracted by being late tonight. Alright. Yeah, Quentin says, and I think we lost him. Sure enough. What up, Josh? Anyway, he says, love you, brother. Quentin, you definitely lost a few people. Me too, and I'm a computer guy. I don't know what the hell that y'all were talking about. LOL, not barbecue, so everyone is lost. LOL, I don't know what a picnic was. I didn't know what a picnic was, yes. Well, I told you. I still don't know what the hell Kate is, and even if I'm saying it correctly. Where's the guy with the girlfriend from? Where's the guy with the girlfriend from Virginia? Hmm. Hmm. Oak, and so I have a little bit of oak, cherry, apple, and some mulberry. The when it's like freshly split, I can tell the difference. But once it's been sitting out, yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Quinn says once we get back on the best website ever, Yard Stream, or whatever it's called StreamYard. He said I'll explain why the Civic Si is the best goat. I don't know, man. I mean, hmm. So Quentin, do you drive a Civic Si? Is that why you're such a fan? And are you a fan of like the Boosted Boys and PFI Speed? Those are Honda dudes, man. Honda dudes. And then there's also there's a guy, uh, there's a group of guys in New York on Nice One. They are big into Honda drag racing. And have you ever been to like Honda Day or anything like that? Kubernetes. Kubernetes. Kubernetes? I don't know. It's Rob and his new woman. Rob. Oh, he was in Pennsylvania. Speaking of Rob, Grumpus, did you get a book from Rob? I was hoping he would be here, but Rob sent me a a book. It says Backyard Recipes and Journal. So I did not get a chance to look too deep into it, but it says I'm trying to read this backwards. Packed with plenty of tasty, easy to follow recipes that you can do in your own backyard. Um, oh, you know what? I could just cheat and look at my screen where this is correct. So search homeowner barbecue for recipes or at homeowner barbecue for videos on most recipes. Yep, on YouTube. So it's just the book is I won't say primarily, but it's probably 3/4 journal and 1/4 is uh recipes. So there is bone-in chicken thighs, beef back ribs, olive round for roast beef, chuck roast sliced. There's brisket, pork steaks, cheesy spaghetti casserole, baby back ribs, shotgun shells, smoked turkey breast, chicken wangs, chuck roast burnt ends or the poor man's burnt ends, chicken thigh skewers. Oh, yo, Quentin, he's got a tri-tip recipe. And you know what's crazy? Tomahawk steak. Actually, Sam's had tomahawk. It was 25% off, so I bought one tonight. When I went back to see if my order was ready, it wasn't. So I figured I would walk around the store a little bit to see if I could find the guy that was picking the orders. And I didn't find him in the back of the store, but I did find and bring myself home a tomahawk steak. Mm. That's gonna be my lunch tomorrow, most likely. Yep. I'm just dreaming about it. New York strip steak, pizza burger fatty. All right. A fatty is usually a hunk of ground meat with some sort of stuffing and sometimes wrapped in bacon. This one is pizza burger themed. All right. So he says roughly 2 pounds of ground beef, about a pound of bacon, 2 cups mozzarella cheese shredded, a cup of pepperoni, 1 cup marinara, and yeah, he's got a bacon weave. Remember, Epic Mealtime when they used to wrap everything in bacon strips. And then of course he has pulled pork. So he says no barbecue recipe book is complete without a pulled pork entry. This one is cheating. He says, unpack your meat, pat it dry, apply a mustard binder. Don't worry, you won't taste it, and cover with your favorite rub. You're supposed to tell him what to cook it with, man. Not really. I probably would have done the same thing because barbecue is so subjective. All right, let's see. Quentin says, and the first VTEC was in the 70s. All right, look, I'm not a Honda guy. I have. Oh, I'm about to say I've never owned a Honda, but I have. I owned a Acura for a couple months. It's like 6 months. Never drove. Well, I rode in it. I got towed from Greenbelt back to Baltimore. Da-da-da-da. Absolutely not. You're authentic. Extra thousand. Okay. Told you all I need to jump off. Busy day. All I need to jump off. Busy day tomorrow. Good luck with the cook this weekend, Dash. Thank you very much, Hojo. Appreciate you. Yes, I got one in the mail this week. Nice, nice, nice. I did too. I got mine on Monday. I think it was Monday. But I remember what was going on in 2001 with the race world specifically. Oh, a movie. Yep. Oh yeah, I do too. Man, I left out of that movie all hype. Columbus says half journal is a great idea. It's more than half. Hmm. Ojo says the commute's a killer. Oh yeah, 5 minutes. Tri-tip is a 99 Civic SI meet. Oh man, I'm gonna have to stop you there. There are so many. Picanha is up there. Uh, Ribeyes up there. Tri-tip is up there, but I don't know, man. We might have to do some sort of poll as to what is the excuse me, what is the greatest cut of beef. Mm. Spencer says, so is that tomahawk better than a standard bone-in ribeye? It's just presentation. Actually, here, I'll show you. The tomahawk is gooder because of a few different things. The first thing being thicker. So it is like inch and a quarter maybe thick. But here's my ribeye. Got it for $26.10. Normally it would have been $35. I got it for 25% off. So it's kind of hard to show you perspective, but this thing is a good inch and a half thick at its thickest point. And of course that no, you can look at the bone. There we go. You can look at the bone and see it is a huge bone. Honestly enough, I could probably cut the bone right about here, and this. I don't know what this muscle is, but I know this is the spinalis, and of course it's bone in. But this is gonna be delicious tomorrow, probably. I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for when I'm cooking, and I'll put it in the smoker and smoke it, and then sear it to finish. Usually, how I end up cooking those ribeyes, like the tomahawk ribeyes. But it's also a presentation thing. That's a big old bone. So is the tomahawk better than a standard bone and ribeye? Quentin says, personally, I don't think so. I think people are just paying for a long bone, long ass bone, honestly, which is true. But it's the presentation, man. The whole big old bone. You can pick it out. Yep. Hojo says no barbecue this weekend for me, but I'm hitting the first crawfish boil of the season on Saturday. Nice. I do a reverse sear picanha last Saturday. It was awesome. Quinn says, but you can do a lot with tri-tip, versatile piece of meat, much like a Civic SI. Oh boy. Really? We've created a monster. So, is the tri-tip more versatile than... I mean, as far as versatility, as far as a whole cut, I'm going to say you probably could do better with brisket. Brisket is probably a little more forgiving than tri-tip is. But then again, I like the fattier cuts. Tri-tip is very, very lean. So if you're eating lean or you're, working out and doing things like that and you're, trying to hit certain macros, tri-tip might work better for you and your situation. But yeah, Angela said, "LOL, you're not gonna have much Civic SI talk for us left whenever we do a live stream. Do a StreamYard again." This is true. Let me hold back on the Civic SI talk. I think a picanha has a better taste than tri-tip. I agree. I agree. Um, the tri-tip is a little tougher than a picanha. Brisket is more work. Not really. See, I don't know. I I think about it like this. I excuse me. You know, you can tell Laura it was 2 hours and 5 minutes into the live stream before I yawned first. But um, I don't think brisket, or I don't think of brisket as work per se, because probably 98% of the time I'm cooking brisket, I'm getting paid to do so. So there's that. Anytime I'm cooking tri-tip, it's because I'm cooking tri-tip for my family, and I don't get tri-tips very often. In my area, the tri-tips that I'm able to find, like if I go to the Restaurant Depot in Capitol Heights, and we've come to that portion of the live stream where I start yawning like crazy because the drinks are starting to hit me. If I go to the Restaurant Depot in Capitol Heights, I was able to find tri-tips. They had tri-tips. They had um, like a vacuum, a cryovac pack of, it was like 6 maybe or 8 pieces of tri-tip. Um, so yeah. Grumpa said bone in prime rib eye, but it's got to be Texas beef. Quentin says brisket is like a Subaru. Everyone loves a good Subi, but if you buy one, you'll know it's a lot of work and maintenance to keep happy. Never owned a Subaru. My ex stepdad had one. He had a Legacy back in the day. Technically, that was the car I learned how to drive stick on from the passenger seat. You ever cook a shoulder clod dash? No, leaner than brisket, but personally like it better. I have not, Hojo. From what I understand, shoulder clod is a huge piece of meat. I saw Greg Murich from Ballistic Barbecue cook one, and he said it took him like 18 hours to cook. I'm not. I don't need that in my life. Spencer said brisket isn't really a lot of work. It's a lot of cook time, maybe, but work, nope. Trim it, season it, roll it, smoke it, trim it, slice it, serve it. Yeah, brisket is more about patience than it is about actual work. Yeah, Spencer, I speak fluent autocorrect. I speak fluent autocorrect. Yeah, it's so Quentin. In my opinion, brisket is more about patience than anything else. Da, da, da. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna. You know what? Cover my ice again. Then we're gonna get out of here. Fast pour. This is not bad. Nearest green distillery, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Love you too, Josh. It'd be easy. Give Babe my let's say my love, but warm regards. Tell Babe I said hey. It's raining so hard here, setting off all my cameras. Yeah, I guess we'll get it in a couple minutes. Quentin said my car metaphors aren't working. Yeah, if you want to talk about something that's high maintenance, I would say Mazda, like a RX-7, will be high on the high maintenance list. Um, those rotaries, you gotta keep them happy, definitely. Got little bits of ice. Mm, I think I'm gonna sleep good. Quinn says, "Okay, well that's extreme." I mean, so what else? What else would it be? I mean, because Honda's rather low maintenance, Toyota rather low maintenance, maybe a Ford, um, like a Mustang. Um, some of the newer Mustangs had issues with the oil filter. No, the oil was it the oil filter or the drain plug? One of the two. But with the flat plane crank engine, the harmonics would cause either the oil filter or the oil filter plug or the oil pan plug to back off and drip oil on the engine. And there were fires. Uh, Spencer says the RX-7 beautiful, but so much work. Hojo says no more moonshine in the cabinet. No, I am out. I did not. I guess Christmas. My guy was hooking other folks up. I didn't get very much. I did get some. I got a good amount for Christmas, but I drank it. Um, I drank it during Christmas, and because it's so cold, apparently the liquor production is slowed down. Speaking of cars, went to the car show in DC today. It wasn't worth it. I won't say if you're not looking for a new car, a vehicle, then the car shows can kind of be like, yeah, unless you're like a kid that's really, really, really into cars and you want to see, oh, I want to see the latest, greatest, this and that. I mean, I remember going to a car show or two, and just being like, these are all regular cars, and there's like out of 100 cars, you get like two or three exotics or two or three cars that you really want to see, and then everything else is kind of like, I could just look outside and I'll see these there. Uh, Quentin says my point was Civic easy to drive and mod and tune. Can I build it to do almost any motorsport? You can use a tri-tip for almost anything. I feel the same way with brisket. I have done videos with using brisket to do lots of different things. I think I had like, I mean, I had some brisket. I had leftover brisket. Now I used it in like I made a pot pie with it. I did like a uh, what the heck were those things called? Like was it enchilada maybe? I don't know. Brisket and eggs. I mean, they're very versatile too. Quentin said brisket kind of scares people because of trimming, long cook time, that stall thing that happens sitting in the cooler, all the things that require a brisket to be good. Same can be said for a good sous. I don't know, man, because I don't do half of those things you mentioned there. I definitely don't. I mean, I trim my briskets, but I don't trim my briskets so aggressively that it's the end of the world. Um, and I don't ever put brisket in a cooler. I think that's silly. You're putting the brisket in a cooler, and it's going to ramp up in temperature. When you put it in a cooler, it's going to maintain that temperature and still go up, which means it's going to cook more than you want. Mm-mm. Unless you undercook it, so take it out under on purpose, you're going to overcook it, in my opinion. Uh, Hojo said, excuse me, I don't like going and look at things I can't afford to buy. Cheers to that. Mm. I used to love car shows. Haven't been since COVID. Yep. Now, my one of my favorite things to go to was the bike show, because I was, say heavy, but I was into motorcycles. Oh, and I had a friend who used to get me into the bike shows because he was usually selling a product. He's actually he was on a live stream a time or two in the past year or so, but he used to sell stunt DVDs way back in the day, and then he has a personal like a personal protection product, kind of like the medical alert. I've fallen and I can't get up, and then you press the button and it calls whoever. He has one of those, like a I don't like a personal, but it also works with not works with, but it connects to your cell phone to be able to call people in an emergency. And also, of course, will have your location because it's connected to your cell phone. Spencer said not a ton. None of the German brands were there. Caddy wasn't there. Lincoln, Mazda, all no shows. Hoja says leftover brisket makes some mean fried rice. Yeah, buddy. Uh, Problem Stasher stated is that most of it is affordable, but that's my point. You have so many different ways people to tell you how to do brisket. Gets a bit much. I mean, dude, same holds true for Honda. I mean, so you talk about all different types of motorsport. Um, Drag racing, you have to set up your Honda for specific, I won't say means, but a specific way. Grip racing, you have to set up your Honda for a specific way. Um, what else is there? Can't really drift the Subaru. I mean, a Honda. That's pretty much it. Drag racing and then grip. So like road course, rally. Excuse me, rally. But I mean, I know people who front wheel drive or rally front wheel drive cars. Mm. Jimmy says, "Okay, guys, going to bounce. Have a great rest of the week. Later, Dash. Yes, indeed. You too." Uh, Quite funny. He said, "Want a good fast Civic? Drop a B20 in it with breather mods, and you'll have a rocket." Try to. Okay, I'm done. I've lost myself at this point. All right. Hojo said once Dash poured another glass, I figured I could make it another 30 minutes. I will spend speed and cut the commute to 3 minutes tomorrow. You guys are funny. Um, Hojo says Dash, what kind of wireless headphones you rocking? This is Skull Candy. I love this thing. It was like $40, or these things. They were like $40 off of Amazon. Um, I had another pair of headphones. I think they're in my book bag, and they were really good. But these were on sale. I think actually the other ones might have been Skull Candy too. Only problem is my like this one keeps trying to slide out of my ear. But um, the other the last pair of headphones I had were earbuds. I believe it was Skull Candy as well, and they still worked. Love them. I just saw these; they were on sale, and I bought myself a pair of these. And I use them primarily for when I'm making phone calls or if I'm doing a live stream. Oddly enough, I do have another set or pair of headphones upstairs in my bedroom that I keep on my nightstand, so that if I'm doing something like Duolingo or watching a video or listening, usually just watching a video or doing Duolingo, not trying to disturb my wife while she's in bed. Um, that's primarily the only thing I use those for. I might watch video on YouTube, yeah, and Duolingo or maybe a TV show here and there. But give a bumpy another shout out. Yeah, 2 hours and 19 minutes in. Spencer says there's 100 different ways to do anything: cooking, racing, whatever. Laura, hey Laura, look, I haven't yawned at all, not once this entire time I've been on a live stream. Quentin says howdy. Hmm. Nope, I didn't yawn not a single time. See, now that you say yawn, I feel like I'm about to yawn. Damn it, Laura. Hojo said last week you broke the 4 hour mark. You ain't. You are just getting warmed up. No, 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 no. I'm going to bed tonight. I'm gonna say I struggle, but I have a long weekend ahead of me. I need to get some rest. Laura's laughing. All right, let's take this to 2.5 hours. So shout out to Bumpy. Um, I'm sorry, dude. It's gonna be a short live stream today, or short, yeah, at 2.5 hours. Short. Laura, hopefully everything is well with you, and you're not getting snowed in up there in the Great White North. Goodness gracious. If you have not already hit that thumbs up button, I have not asked you guys to hit that thumbs up. The entire time I've been on a live stream. Usually I talk about it once or twice, but I have not. So if you could hit that thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it if you have not done so already. Laura says we are having a snowstorm. Yeah, someone else who was in Canada said that they were getting snow. Marlon says Dash is a wimp. He can't handle the 4 hour marks. When I start at 9 o'clock and then trying to go 4 hours on a day that's unscheduled or not planned, call me any and everything you need to make yourself feel better, Marlon. You're not affecting me, man. Nope, nope, nope. I got thick skin. Hojo says good night, all. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Good cooking, y'all. Yes, indeed. Laura's laughing. Angela says good night, y'all. Uh, whatever Quentin said. He said it usually puts everyone to sleep. So this makes perfect sense. Angela said, yes, it does. But I bet y'all won't ask me to speak again. Yeah, we will. We want to hear all about. Oh, Angela said you chatted, no talking. Yeah, you chatted on a live stream with text, but you didn't actually use words on the video. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, whew. Almost finished. My like quarter pour. I am. Yeah, ready. Was reading an article in Yahoo that the guy dog shot him and he died. First off, why was the PP loaded in a truck? Let's say, duh. Always, 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 always. You know, so here's my thing, right? I've been on the sales side at the range for the past like 4 months or so, and people come in and like, I want to have something with a safety, and I'm like, okay, but having a safety or not having one in the chamber, all right, is like trying to put on your seatbelt in the midst of an accident. I'm gonna say that again for those of you who are not listening and paying attention. Not having one in the chamber and or having a safety on your weapon is like having or trying to put on your seatbelt in the middle of a car accident. Usually there's no time. If something pops off, you want to be able to pop back. That's my philosophy. And usually I'll say that to someone and then it clicks and they're like, okay, but how do you do this or how do you do that? And the thing is, you have to be intentional. I tell people you have to be intentional with your movements, okay, your actions. Oops, I dropped the freedom pellet. But always check and make sure it's clear. And you remove the one from the chamber before you do, I won't say anything else, but just about anything else. And then you manipulate your firearm. Yeah. Always, always, always check and make sure it's clear. Quentin said first time caller, long time listener. You know, it's funny. Accidental discharge, okay? Accidental discharge or negligent discharge. There was a guy at my range who popped one into the ceiling. One of my coworkers, he took off his carry pistol in the holster and put it on the counter, probably because he was headed out to go get lunch. And I don't know if he has his wear and carry. So he was headed out to get, I don't know, they doing something, whatever. But when this guy came over to the sales side, this pistol was sitting on the counter. This guy took it out of the holster, and he's looking at it, and he's like, doo, 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 boom! And I won't say a store full of people, but there were probably 8 to 10 people in the store, including the people who were. Now, that's just on the retail side, not including the range side. So maybe a dozen people, including the people who are working there. And then he says, why was it loaded? Really? Do you not know how firearms work? Yeah. Marlon said, I'm not going to lie to you, last Thursday, I was cussing the group out. I had to get up, yep. Lawrence is not allowed to have a loaded PPU in the car. Why not? Oh, well, I have a concealed carry permit, so, yeah. To wash your hands, Marlon. Marlon, I got to the point, I think my eyes were closed on it. Marlon said, man, you did not talk. Lawrence is so true. Yo, all safeties are not working, yeah? I think I'm going to bounce, y'all. Did way more walking at the car show than was worth it. Walking back to the car, and the rain didn't help either. Yes, indeed. Thanks, Spencer. Have a great evening. Man, we're not going back to that trash hand scratch. Oh, to that wash hand scratch. Oh, man. Yeah, Marlon had to do a hand wash check on my cuz as he was picking his teeth as I jumped on. Yo, when I walk in the house, the first thing I do, and you can ask the missus and ask the kids. I am a stickler. Like I wash my hands so much, so many times. Yeah. So one guy read put the boot safety didn't work. Foot, jeez. Angela is mean. Angela is mean. Can concur. Yep. Definitely. Put that back in a ready status. Make sure I put that back where it's supposed to be. Anyway, all right. We're almost there. Almost at 2.5 hour mark. Shout out to Bumpy yet again. Bumpy, dude, we got to get together and go to the range. I know we talked about it, but all this pew talk. Quentin says that's how my people get ready to leave. Shoot. Sure enough, with my C19, I wash my hands. If out of college you're touching things, everyone else says, yep. Listen here, friend stealer. You won't have friends if I wasn't nice. Oh man, why I got to be? Look, you the one stealing my friends. You know you stealing Quentin and Marlon. They both. I won't say on your side, but they like, yeah. Where's your cousin? No. People have asked for you though. Well, thank you for being here. Really do appreciate you being here. Seriously, like no bull. This is fun. Like, and having people that I know, like in real life, like on YouTube and off of YouTube, it really does make it, make it better, if you will. More fun. It makes it more fun. And it was just good night, y'all. Yep, we gone. I'm about to eat another piece of chicken. Oh, love y'all too. Good night. Good night, Marlon. Good night, Quentin. Good night, Angela. Good night, Laura. Let's see who else is here. Good night, Spencer. This has been Spencer, Angela, Clinton, and Marlon talking. Good night, Hojo, even though he left already. All right. Good night, KB. Ange ain't here. We ain't here, yeah. Good night, Marlon. You said good night. Have a great rest of the week. Watch your hands. Good night. Quentin says y'all be good. Look up, Marlon. Say cheese. Oh, good night, Grumpus. All right, guys. Hey, good night, Sheldon. Even though I know you'll be watching this later. Definitely be easy. Hey, thank you guys so very much again, as always, for watching. If you have not already, please hit that thumbs up on the way out. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. I'll see you guys later, and I'm gone.